I'm Jerry.
I'm Alan.
We are Bourbon
Bourbon
Buds.
Buds.
Most of the time on the channel we talk about the whiskey that comes out of the barrel. Today we're actually going to talk about what happens to the barrel after the whiskey comes out.
Field trip!
We're going to head up to Springfield, Missouri, right here in our own hometown. We're going to talk to Jeff Lyons with Lyons Barrels. Jeff and Randy, brothers, work out of their home workshop, repurposing these whiskey and wine barrels when their lifespan is over. And they're making all kinds of cool furniture, barrel heads, planters, decorative items. They have a cold smoker, a fire pit, just all kinds of cool stuff that they're making. We're going to do a little field trip to their workshop and check it out. Hi, Jerry with Bourbon Buds. I'm here with Jeff Lyons from Lyons Barrels. Jeff and his brother Randy are repurposing whiskey barrels. I'm going to do a quick interview with Jeff here. So Jeff, tell me, how did Lyons Barrels get started and what inspired you to repurpose barrels?
So in college, I worked at a brewery, and local brewery here, and I was on the packing line. So I was running all the machinery to fill beers, make sure they're carbonated, taste them prior. But within the brewery, we were doing, imperial stouts and bourbon aged beers, and lots of barrels in the warehouse. We quickly learned that you can only use a barrel once to fill your beer because it absorbs all that flavor. But long story short, once we were done with them, they were selling them to another person, and I really wanted one for my house and brought it home. Some friends and family thought it was cool and they wanted some, so I ended up buying multiple and then posted what I had left over on the marketplace and saw that there was a desire for them. So I started kind of hustling whiskey barrels in college as kind of a side gig just to make some extra money, and that eventually evolved into a barrel wholesaler contacting me. Shout out to Texoma Barrels, really cool guy, really cool company that helps me source barrels, and he asked if I was interested in a full load of barrels. He said it's $288, and I said, this is a home business, I can't store those anywhere, I don't know what to do. So he said he could do a half load, and here we are. Now I buy probably 4 half loads of barrels, which is about 144 barrels per load each year on top of the smaller barrels that I get, and it's just kind of evolved.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've created, or what's the story behind the favorite?
So my favorite piece, which was probably the first piece that I ever built, was a coffee table that is sitting on its side with a glass top open in the middle so you can kind of see through the glass, see the inner workings of the barrel, and it's set on a barrel rack that a lot of distilleries will use to stack their barrels in the barrel house. But that was really the first piece, and I loved it because it happened to be a Woodford Reserve barrel, and I really like Woodford, so it was nice to actually have that barrel, and I filled it with the Woodford bottle and a couple cocktail glasses and sitting on top of wine corks, and that's kind of been my favorite in the long run. The most unique one that I've done is the whiskey barrel cold smoker that's pellet fed to smoke your cheeses, your nuts, your fish, just really anything you can think of. It smells great. It's something that I haven't really seen done by anybody or offered anywhere. So that's probably my favorite unique piece that I have.
And the favorite piece, the Woodford barrel, is a personal item?
It is. It's in my house. Most people don't get to see that. They can see something very similar, same product, but that barrel always varies between if it's a Woodford, if it's a Willet, or whatever Buffalo Trace, whatever I get at the time.
All right. So, has there been anything that really surprised you or challenged you that someone's asked you to make?
Challenging. It's always a challenge for the first time. If I've never done something before, I always tell people that I'm happy to try it. If they like it, great. It's a future product, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm not afraid to take the challenge and at least try and build something that's super cool and unique to the end users. And I I really like that when people do feed me creative ideas to be like, can you try and build this? And I always say absolutely.
Awesome. You don't turn down a challenge for anything.
Nope, try not to.
Is there any advice you would give to someone that wants to repurpose barrels or make some furniture or do some decoration?
Patience, especially on the sanding aspect, because whiskey barrels can come in pretty gnarly sometimes, like real dark, real rusted, and it can be a very dirty job. Wine barrels are a whole lot cleaner to work with because they're not charred on the inside, they're more toasted, so it's a whole lot of less scraping, less sanding, which unless somebody specifically requests a whiskey barrel, most of my furniture, if the staves, the inside are exposed, I will build out of wine barrels, just because it's cleaner and they look better, in my opinion. They also tend to hold up better than whiskey barrels.
As far as the integrity of the wood, the strength of the wood?
They tend to hold up better. As whiskey barrels dry out, the rings become loose. Most wine barrels already have some tacks through them that help hold those bands in place. But I've also noticed in weathering that they stay intact. They stay swollen more than the whiskey barrels typically do.
Then where's your inspiration come from when you're thinking of a new project? I see several very unique projects throughout your shop. Like, where's the inspiration come from? Oh, that cold smoker. Oh, that trash can. Oh, that fire pit.
It's a combination of a lot of things. It can be customer suggestions. Hate to say it, but Google, if you just, barrel ideas. And then lastly, just kind of a need. Like, what is it, something that we want somewhere that would be great? Like on my front porch, I've got a perfect place for a bench. And I was like, I'm gonna try to build a bench out of some whiskey barrel staves. So I've got this beautiful rocking 2-seater bench on my front porch that just came from a need that I thought that'd be great.
Right. So how do you ensure quality and durability when you're building something? How do you make sure that that's going to hold up and last?
So it's a home small business. This is a side kind of gig for me that I have fun doing. It's not about making money. It's about offering cool products and just having fun while I'm doing it. My brother works with me when he's not at his full-time job, just spending the weekends having fun. So we do the best we can, but the one thing that I will say is we stand by everything that we have. If there's an issue or a problem, we want to make it right. We want to fix it. We want to replace it. If you're not happy with something, we will definitely work with you.
Are there any future plans for Lyons Barrels? Where do you see it going from here?
Well, eventually I'd like to open up a brick and mortar and have more kind of a sale and as far as showcasing furniture, maybe have a little liquor section. There's this place that I found that has a really inspiring story called Grainworks. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but they posted a video a while back and said where we started, and it was just them unloading barrels into a driveway, which is essentially what I do. And they evolved into a full-blown big retailer of custom laser engravings, some furniture, and then a very large bourbon selection. And I thought that was inspiring. That's what I want to do. I want to go down that path and be able to have a cool shop that I call my own. But for now, it's in the John Deere room of my house.
So I gotta ask, bourbon or wine?
Ooh, that depends on the day, depends on the time, depends on the mood. I don't think I should say wine, given I'm selling, well, I guess I technically sell wine barrels too.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of what you're feeling that day. The social atmosphere. If I'm at a nice dinner with my wife, then probably gonna have a glass of wine. If I'm hanging out with the boys watching a game, then definitely bourbon. And then seasonal as well. It's very warming to have a nice good glass of bourbon on a cold day and kind of hanging out. So I like them both. That's the answer.
Right. And then is there a favorite bourbon or a whiskey that you go to?
It used to be Woodford. I've been trying to expand my palate a little bit, so now I'm just kind of trying to buy anything I can and sampling it. I'm actually very impressed with that Route 66 one. I think this is very enjoyable. So
Yeah, I agree. We're enjoying a pour of the Ticadilla distillery, the local to Springfield, Missouri. It's a Route 66 offering commemorative of the Route 66 birthday. So we're enjoying that pour. We thank Jeff for that. We appreciate that. It's very, very good pour. All right, shout out to Jeff from Lyons Barrels and his brother Randy. A beautiful shop here. Love what you're doing, repurposing the barrels. Can't wait to talk to you some more about some decorations for our Bourbon studio. And I really appreciate the tour. Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you so much for stopping
All
by.
For now, I'm Jerry. Alan's at the camera, but keep on sipping.
Cheers.